Alrighty, so hello and welcome back, fellow gamers. This is XS Power here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at proper map movement and in-game situational awareness. All of these techniques that I'm going to be going over today are really basic Call of Duty skills that any COD player is going to have to master and will eventually basically become second nature. Really, the first thing that we need to look at is the basics of walking and running. Now, they both have their advantages. Running obviously gets you places quicker, but you don't have your gun up, so a lot of the times you'll be getting caught off guard. Now, walking, at any point you can hip fire or you can quickly get your gun aimed down the sights to get that kill. So for the most part, you really don't want to be running unless you're absolutely positive that there are no enemies. The walls are always going to be pretty safe. You can always count on the wall to cover your flank or cover your back because you know that there ain't going to be anybody popping out of that wall. However, be careful when moving while extremely close to the wall. There are tons of things sticking out for you to get stuck on. As you're traversing the map, make sure that you're moving from cover to cover. Instead of rushing from Alpha to Bravo in a straight beeline, think about it for a little bit and pick out 5 or 6 positions in between and move in between those. This is because the time to kill in this game is so low that you really don't want to expose yourself for very long, and whenever you do, you want to be getting somewhere where you can get to cover right away. As you're moving from cover to cover, you need to constantly be aware of the next area that you're going to be entering, especially when going around a corner. You need to think about the places where people are normally camping and check those places first as you enter each new area. Not all gunfights are winnable, and a lot of the time you just want to get somewhere safe where you can use your kill streaks that you just earned. So while moving forward, always keep in the back of your mind a safe spot that's nearby and an exit route whenever things get a little bit too heavy. Now on to situational awareness. Probably the most important Call of Duty skill that any player has to learn. It basically determines if you're facing the right direction or not. As this is the most important skill in Call of Duty, it is also one of the most difficult to master. There's really not a whole lot of tips that I can give you to boost your situational awareness, as it's a skill that just develops the more and more you play the game. However, I can tell you that you need to be looking at your minimap. At any point in the game, you need to know where you are in relation to your teammates and your enemies. Even if your enemies aren't currently showing up on the radar, you can have a good general idea of where they're at because you know where your team's at, and the enemy team is going to be where your team is not. This is especially the case in TDM and Kill Confirmed. However, in Domination, it kind of gets a little bit crazy because a lot of the times it will try to spawn you near whichever objective you hold. But for the most part, once again, the enemies will be where your team is not. Now, just a little bit on the gameplay. I figured I'd use a TDM match just because I feel that TDM has the fastest changing spawns out of any of the other game modes in Call of Duty, and to do exceptionally well, you really have to be paying attention and have really good situational awareness for the game. This has been XS Power here with my first actual tips and tricks video, so if you guys liked it or found it helpful in any way, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button to help me out. And I will be talking again to you guys here shortly.